Hey guys, Deadpool here. Just wanted to tell you about a little event that's happening on March 23rd. Fun for Funds. It's a Journey into Comics Network event featuring live podcasts from Brews with Dudes, Podcastrophe, Dungeons with Dudes, and Journey into Comics, as well as performances by band number 1, Boner Jovi. Ooh, that sounds fun. Walk Among Us, Yesterday's Chips. Also featuring live stand-up by comedian Patrick Murray. He's so much fun. Presented by Journey into Comics Network and the Doom Room. North End Pub, Lafayette, Indiana. Doors for 3. Podcasts at 4 with bands at 7:30. $10. It's 21 and up. Don't try to sneak in, you silly kids.
The following
Journey into Comics.
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 Network.
production.
I'm a dude who likes brews. It's time for Brews with Dudes. Ah, juicy.
And we're back for another exciting Brews with Dudes production. This isn't an episode of Brews with Dudes.
Wait.
It's a new segment.
Wait. Did you say this was Brews with Dudes?
Yes.
I thought this was Boobs and Dudes. Are we at the
told
wrong
you-
podcast?
He told you. That's the guy next door.
It's next door, man.
That's the guy next door.
And it starts at like midnight.
He's got a nicer car than me, too.
So we can still make that one too.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So in the meantime, we're doing
Brews
Brews
with
Dudes.
Builders. Brews with Builders.
Brews with
Brews with Builders, Brews with Bands. That's what we're going to call it.
Brews
But
with
but in
Bands.
particular, this time we can call it Brews with Builders because we've got Mound Builders. Well, we've got a good chunk of the Builders. Would you say we've got 75%? Or do you guys break it up differently?
Yeah,
It's probably a 75. Yeah.
75?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
74.9.
Okay. You think
Within
about that. You think about that, Jim. Who do you
Yeah,
think?
we don't-
Who has the 0.1 that you're missing? Or does, oh wait.
Still within the margin of error.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. So you guys are already diving in.
We are trying.
I feel like I wanna.
Yeah, man.
I feel like
Hey,
I
what
wanna
is this,
steal one of
Ryan?
your brews. Can I steal someone's brew?
Right. What is this?
What is this? This is
You need a
Pink
Tiger
Floyd's-
Laser Eyes brew right there, buddy.
Okay. So we've got. Would you say it's psychedelic? A psychedelic tiger shooting lasers.
Yeah,
I'm-
sure.
I'm
I mean,
scared.
'cause it's not traditional colors here, you know. And we decided in Milwaukee that this was a good day beer, just because of
Good day beer.
it's called
Yeah,
Because it
Zaglo.
says Elysian. Makes
You know
think
what?
of a
Well,
calm, gentle, calming location.
I think I discovered Elysian just by seeing the space dust they had.
Yeah, the space dust. That's what we first.
That was some
Yeah.
pretty good stuff.
Then I seen this, and I'm like, man, there's a freaking tiger with lasers coming out of its eyes. I mean,
you don't get much
Yeah.
better.
Oh
than that.
yeah, check that out, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a tiger shooting lasers out of its eyes.
Pew 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 pew.
Pew pew pew.
This is pretty good. What do we got here? India Pale Ale. Dayglow crashes the party with the juicy beat of hops, dripping with tropical, sunshiny mosaic and sparkling with touches of Eldorado and Centennial. Contains wheat.
Well, when you put it like that, it makes it taste even better.
I know. I wasn't considering the wheat. Jason Gilkey chiming in on Facebook Live.
Hey, what's
said,
up, Jason
You guys
Gilkey?
are so upscale beer drinkers. Yes,
Oh, thank you.
we are.
Well, yeah, we're just putting on a front, man. We usually drink, it's usually between hams and PBR, right?
Yeah, we're
Right.
between the pork
It's-
and PBR.
No, Austin Hill. There does not appear to be any Idaho 7 in this one. And yes, I did finally remember the sign. Lovely. It looks nice, actually. You can see what it says. Well, you can see Brews and Dudes. It says on air with Brews.
It
With
changes
Dudes.
colors and
Oh,
stuff.
I'm sitting here
It's
playing
pretty
with the mouse.
exciting.
Nobody can see that.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
Damn it.
right?
I should have been doing this, but I was using the mouse. Christ. Sorry, folks. Sorry. So we wanted to make this segment happen right quick because, well, first of all, you guys are the first whole group of dudes that were able to actually get together because, people are very, very busy. So
People are busy.
So we've got 75.1% of the Mound Builders here.
That also was within the margin of error, so good job.
You guys are turning 10.
10 years
That's
old.
the special occasion. So
Wow.
Yeah.
happy
Man, oh,
birthday,
man.
boys.
Yeah, right. That deserves
Yee.
cheers here, huh? Yeah.
Right.
So where do we want to start? Do we want to start by plugging the big anniversary party? Do we want to give the folks listening? I feel like most of the people paying attention are just like, oh, it's the Mound Builders. I love these guys. We're not really
Oh, hey, Van, what's up, man?
spreading the. Oh, Van is in here, isn't he? Cut him off. No more
What's
beer.
up, Joe?
Goodness.
Joe.
Joe Poo.
Let's go ahead and plug the show. So
Yeah,
we got,
all right. Let's plug the show.
You guys want me to plug? You guys want to plug? We're gonna plug it hard for at least 10 minutes.
Let's
all right.
plug it
All right.
hard.
We're gonna plug it
hard, man.
Fill it
Plug
up.
it- plug
Fill
it
her
up.
up, buddy. All right. So what do we got? We got what? Cocaine Wolves,
We get the cocaine wolves.
right?
They're
Got
from
some
Indianapolis,
cocaine.
correct?
Yes.
From Indy.
Yes.
Just think of what you think a cocaine wolf would look and act like.
Yeah.
That's about right.
It's supercharged rock and roll, man. It's punk rock. It's got some Thin Lizzy influence. It just rocks,
Definitely like
Yeah.
fun rock and roll.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna be scooching.
The new record Rips, that'll be out for them, I think, on Friday. So
Second
they'll have
schedule.
the show on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yes.
So they are awesome.
I did notice that.
Awesome
This
band.
is gonna be. I don't know if they're playing a show Friday night, so this might be the first show out with the album.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited. I don't think I've seen them live.
Really?
You don't forget the
Really?
name.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
you
I've
don't.
seen them live, so this will be the first time.
You don't
Yeah.
forget the name.
I remember seeing them live before the Mound Builders were
Wow.
a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So they are very old.
Oh, yeah. Well,
They
I guess
are. They're seasoned.
Seasoned.
same could be said of Apostle,
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Apostle Solitude's coming out.
Those guys are awesome.
It's been a few years since they've been out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since our first record,
Was it?
I think.
Wow.
Somewhere in there.
I don't think
2011.
I've seen them since the fifth quarter was open.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's been a couple years now, I think.
Yeah, and we can't forget Lucifist,
Lucifist, yeah.
right?
Van, I saw
Man, oh,
Van
man.
was on.
Yeah.
Looking forward to jam with those dudes.
I hear they got some tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah.
You guys got any fun tricks? You don't have
Yeah.
to tell us.
We
I
aren't.
mean,
Yeah, we got
Got some
tricks.
shenanigans.
Always
we've
got
got,
some tricks.
oh,
man.
we've got shenanigans.
Good. I like shenanigans. Van's asking, "Where's Jimmy?" He is.
He's here, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude. He's hanging out. He's
He's
just real
here.
quiet.
It's right here between
No,
me
no.
and Nick.
Jim's not here, man.
He's right here.
Jim's not here, man.
He's
Jim's probably making some money somewhere.
Neither
man.
is Dave, man.
He's
Dave's not
hustling.
here, man.
He's hustling.
Goodness. This is a hard and heavy. This is the second hard and heavy of the year too. How many hard and heavies have you guys played?
Wow.
Countless.
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah, we were kind of a staple of it for a while.
Yeah.
You guys have been around.
I believe our first
As long
show
as
was
it
a
has.
hard and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first
Right.
show. Yeah.
So was
It was,
Weepies.
Really?
You really?
I
You
wonder
remember
how
a
many- I
band
wonder
called
how many
Dr.
Lafayette
Satan?
bands-
Remember Dr. Satan?
Yeah.
They played with us.
Wow.
Narrow House.
Yeah, Narrow House played.
They played our first show.
Yeah.
Nair House. You guys, your first show was with Nair House.
Yeah.
Narrow House, yeah.
It's so magical.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Riding
there
those
was another
coattails.
band. I'm not going to remember who they were. It was kind of like a big business sounding band. They didn't have a real drummer.
Oh,
Birth Giver.
Yeah.
Birth Giver. They had a really
Birth Giver.
cool stoner rock
members
sound.
members of that band were in the management.
The management. And before
Ooh.
that, it was something else as well.
Yes.
I remember from like the Battle of the Band days.
There's all these. I mean, yeah, getting
Yeah.
back to 10 years ago and all
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Damn,
10
guys.
years ago.
You're fucking old.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10. 10. 5
What,
plus
are you-
5.
Are you saying it was
Would that make you guys the most or how many active bands around Lafayette are that old? If
Oh,
any.
Well, I mean,
Prannies?
That's wow.
Prannies. Those guys have been doing it for a long time. They're rock and roll masters, man.
Masters of
Masters of rock.
Who else?
I don't know, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you ask me questions like that, and then I begin to realize I don't
Dave's
know any
not here,
bands in
man.
this town.
Nikki got it.
Nikki got it.
Jim's not here, man.
Jim's not here, man.
It's okay. We're going to make it.
What was the question?
I don't remember.
How many
I've
other?
got
How
a
many
list.
other?
How many
I got
other?
a list of gotchas for you guys. So you guys
How many other Lafayette bands?
Or, or like 10 or
Does
so,
anyone
right?
watching know?
Yeah, right. Come on, internet. Tell us.
Feedback here.
I mean, I know they're out there, right? They got to be out there.
You gotta be.
Hey, Nikki, can you do a Google search on that real quick?
I guess. How old's Lucifus? 7, 6, 7?
They got to be close. I mean, they're.
I think this
they're over 5. I know that.
They started playing out a couple months before we did, and this is
How
our
old's-
6th year.
Okay. Wow.
So let's see. Antique Arcana doesn't really play anymore, but I think they started right around the time that Lucifus and us did too.
Yeah.
I would say probably within our
Niche.
yes, right. I would think that we're probably one of.
7.
So I mean, I'm sure there's probably been like active musicians in town, maybe
Definitely.
have
Definitely.
played out for 10 years consistently.
Oh,
maybe,
definitely,
you know,
definitely.
But maybe not so much in our little
in our
group,
our-
if you will.
our pocket of shows,
Yes.
places where you go where you have to scream at people to hear the conversations over the music that's being played.
That's how I like it.
Yeah.
It's preferred.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how I
the
like it
comfortable.
to be.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Volume was a good thing.
what else is going on, guys? You let's see. You just released a new album not terribly long ago.
Not
No.
terribly long.
Like a
ago,
month,
no.
maybe?
Yeah, some,
Yeah,
or
man.
so.
It was like, just
something
over a
like
month
in the,
ago, man.
the past
yeah,
month
man.
or 2 months or
Yeah,
however.
right. We've released
What,
that.
January 18th or something like that?
25th.
Something like that.
Something
you
like
know?
that.
I mean,
yeah.
if you want to get technical,
Or
it's like
26.
when the record
The exact
came,
release
but-
is kind of hazy, but yes, there's a new
December
record.
23rd.
There might be a record floating around out there.
October
somewhere.
9th, you know,
CD.
There are many nexuses of
Excellent.
space and
Yeah.
time out
Plans
there.
for an 8-track.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I just got the CD, the CDR.
Oh,
The
there you
CD,
go.
yeah.
There you
That's
go.
what I've got. So I listen to it in my car.
Oh, see, that's good.
I don't have. I've got one of those new age phones that doesn't have. An
Hey, I
aux
know that
cord.
guy.
So I can't.
What guy?
So I can't
Hey.
listen to my phone in
Don't
my
you hate
car.
Corey Stump, man.
That is. That's,
Corey
yeah.
Stump.
Oh.
Hi.
Everyone got quiet.
I'm trying to think of something shitty to say to Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you
I'm
can't
wearing
say
his
nothing shitty
band's
to Corey,
t-shirt.
man. Corey's a good
Oh
dude.
man, he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is with the
Got some nice
Yep.
T-shirts going on here.
hail
Yep.
snot.
Mastral ass.
Master
Ass,
ass.
yeah.
Hail snot. What do you got on
I
there?
gotta say.
I have the Eternal Masters.
Oh
Black
shit.
Sabbath. Yeah, I mean, duh.
Who's got to sport that?
I just got a gaming festival shirt on. Magfest.
Magfest.
It's fantastic. It's a really great time.
Drawn in the Star Fox logo.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
See, I know this. These
Wow.
guys.
What
these
is
guys
Star
don't know
Fox?
We can pretend.
Star Fox,
can.
man.
What's going on, man? Is that like related to Pong?
It's the only video game reference this guy has. Is
I don't.
Pong.
this. Right.
I am not even
Yeah.
kidding, dude.
Brian's so old. Yeah.
You can do better than that, Brian. Come on.
We want him to, but yeah.
Life is too
All right.
short for some things, man.
New album. Does that mean
New album.
does that mean that you're playing any new places, trying to push it out? You guys play a lot of shows anyway.
We are playing St.
Yeah, we're
Louis
playing
here.
some new-
Yeah, we're
Places.
playing a couple new.
And,
St. Louis.
Bloomington, Illinois.
We're going to go down to Nashville.
There are plans to
Yeah.
go down to
You're going to
Nashville.
We're
Nashville.
going
Yeah.
to Nashville.
Damn.
Yeah,
Music
those are
capital.
those are some
Yeah.
new markets for us. And
That's exciting.
Yeah.
We're going to try out a new deathgrass sound we've been working on.
Oh, excellent. Did you bring an audio sample?
No, I'm sorry I didn't. It's kind of like secret stuff. We shouldn't even be talking about it on a live broadcast. So if you guys could just
I'm
erase
sorry.
that from your memory
I'm not
from
gonna
like
be able to do
5
that.
seconds ago.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Put the
all right.
microphone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, only 10 people have heard it, perhaps.
Hey, that's okay. We
Sorry.
like, we
Sorry,
like
10
to talk
people.
to ourselves.
But
I'm-
but Corey and Joey and
Yeah.
Nikki, they're talking a lot, which makes me think that they're going to go
Hey,
spoil it.
Jace, what's up, man?
Oh shit!
Jay Zeppel has joined. What's
Jason.
up,
What's up,
Jace?
dude?
It-
Hello
oh,
there. New markets, Nashville.
New markets, yeah.
That's excellent.
And
That's
hitting tried and true markets again.
Yeah. So where would you say, aside perhaps maybe Lafayette,
Chicago's good to us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had really good experiences up in Chicago.
Chicago's really
Yes,
good to
Chicago
us.
is good to us.
The bands that we've, like Pale Horseman and
You did that at their
These
Beasts,
who've got a new album coming out real soon.
Ooh.
You should they're amazing.
I liked them. They played. What it
They
was?
did
was
a
it
Nate
the
Fest,
last Nate
maybe,
Fest?
or
Nate
No, the
Fest
one
last
before.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I really like those guys.
Yeah, great things in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago. What's your favorite venue up there that you played?
I think my favorite was the Cobra Lounge.
Ooh.
I liked that one.
Yeah, that was good.
And I liked Reggie's, man.
I love Reggie's.
Yeah.
Reggie's is probably my favorite, aside from maybe. Well, no, I like the House of Blues, but also don't at the same time. Like it's really nice, but if you're not in the right spot, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
But Reggie's is amazing.
We got to play the big room at Reggie's and the small room at Reggie's.
Oh,
man.
nice.
Yeah.
That's where
Very
we met.
cool place.
That's where we met the dudes from Pale Horse.
Yeah, actually,
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been buddies with them ever since.
There is a wild show coming up at Reggie's where there's a band I really like called Consider the Source, and they refer to themselves as like Eastern sci-fi prog rock. They're really, really fucking awesome. Sons of Ra are playing with them in the small room at Reggie's, and then like Aborted and Cryptopsy are playing in the big room. So it's gonna be a great night of music. So I'm just gonna be walking between them, and it'll be nice, like kind of dancing, like zone out music, and then walk in the other room and I don't even know what Aborted talks about in their music, but the name
guess. I mean,
got an idea.
Yeah.
So that's coming up pretty soon. I think mid-March. It's gonna be a fun Friday. I've seen a lot of my favorite bands up at Reggie's. So, I love that spot. What is Corey Stump saying? I've listened to the new album. It's very solid, and the guitars and bass sound full. Very solid.
Nice.
The drums sound
Yeah.
like Lars
Oh,
Smear
man.
from St.
Whoa.
Oh!
Corey,
All
that
right.
is high. That is high praise, man.
block
Thank
him.
you,
The
man.
Fire!
It's high praise.
Fuck that dude, man.
Dude.
I'll say it, man.
Dinger's been going for that sound the whole time.
Shut up, Brian. Put the microphone
Bust out
down.
the aloe vera for that burn.
Oh, man. Stump. I thought we were... Oh, man.
Wow. Guilty damn.
Thank you, Jace.
Thank you.
He
Jace.
just said the new
Yeah.
album slays. He
Yeah.
didn't say Dinger's snare sounded like Lars from St. Anger.
I love
Come on,
that he
man.
built it up nice and gave everyone compliments and then snuck the stinger in the end.
And Joe, thank you. That's right.
That's the tightest snare this side of the Mississippi, says
That's
Mr.
right.
Joe Pooh.
That's right. Hey, so, first time I saw these guys was at the Hilltop. You guys remember that show?
Yeah, that was the first time I saw Lucifist.
Ooh, I think that is the first time I saw this fist as well. And you guys.
Was it?
I saw Lucifist for like their
Yeah.
first show, man.
What was
I
that?
didn't.
No,
It was at Jerry
okay.
Lee's. I think they played with
Hilltop Fortress. The first time we played with Hilltop Fortress
the
was
Disillusion,
Lucifist's
Carl's
first
old
show,
band.
and it was with Thorax.
Now that's what I remember is like the
Yeah,
Thorax.
when we played Hilltop,
Who's got
it
a
was with
bottle
Thorax.
opener?
Here.
That burned
Thorax,
me.
man. It's really sad to see those guys go, man.
Oh,
That was,
my
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Thorax. But right? They've got
R.I.P.
other things
Yeah.
and whatever.
Holy
and,
shit!
yeah.
That the drummer Jacob and Tucker are doing that Throne of Iron.
Yeah,
Have you heard that yet?
shit's awesome.
It's so fucking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh,
They're
that's
coming to play the Doom Room's 6-year anniversary show
Awesome.
Saturday, April 20th. That lineup
Plug.
is stacked.
Big dick energy your way, guys. Like, what is that, man?
What's big
What-
dick energy?
Why would you type those words in that order? Podcastrophe?
Hello, boys. I'm not wearing any panties, says Alec Bryce.
Oh.
Yes, Casey, we will have vinyl
Yes,
for sale
vinyl will be
Saturday.
for sale.
Yes,
Thank
vinyl
you.
for sale.
Excellent.
That should be the big, like the vinyl is here, and it's going to be for sale.
Yeah.
We've got 2 versions, right? A black and
And
like
a gray
Yeah.
smoky swirl.
Swirl
Looks like it's
thingy,
coming out of one of
whatever.
those smokestacks.
I've just been informed that there will be
You guys
variant
gotta call it
vinyl
Obsidian
this
Black.
Saturday
Variant
at
vinyl.
the North End Pub for the Mound Builders 10-year anniversary show, featuring Apostle of Solitude, Cocaine Wolves, Lucifist, and of course, the Mound Burgers.
The Mound Burgers.
Cool, great.
We're working on a cool screen print poster design.
Ooh,
yes.
one
We're,
with texture. Can I feel the poster?
It'll be velvet.
You'll be able to feel
black
it.
light.
It's physical product.
You know, made
Is it
from only
paper?
toxic inks.
No toxic inks,
No toxic inks.
so I can lick it.
Well, I mean, I thought you liked like toxic Holocaust and
I like
municipal
texture.
waste. You know, that's some texture.
Texture. Brown Builders. What?
Brown builders.
What is that?
Damn you, Gilkey.
But I had your dog on the snare.
Man.
He's not backing
He is
down.
not giving up, dude. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Oh.
It's all good. I love you.
Oh my
Brian,
goodness.
how can you haul
meow
around an
building.
Ampeg cab, man?
Oh,
How
shit.
can I?
He wants you to
Well,
kill him now.
We learned how to carry an Ampeg cab, right?
Yeah.
You have to lift it up,
Kill me now.
right?
No,
how
I
do you
mean-
do when you go up the stairs? Tell
Well,
us.
you
Tell us.
Keep it level. They don't keep the Ampeg cab level. You keep the Mesa cab.
The
level.
Mesa cab level.
The guitar cabs you're supposed to keep level.
That's how you carry it, Corey.
Bass cabs are like a fridge. You know, you just got a guy on the bottom and a guy holds the bar on the top, and you just walk it up and down the stairs.
Yeah, borrow that.
Oh, fuck.
There you go.
Van Smith. Shit, Dinger could hit a phone book and it would sound better than any of our
Yes, that's
dude,
our boy.
Now
What's
that's what I'm talking about. See,
Mr. Smith
Van-
goes to
see,
Washington.
Van's my boy. He knows.
Jake, what's
Yeah.
up, man?
Jake Quintanilla. We were just watching some super fun footage of Mr. Jake and Mr. Brian over here at the Doom Room's first, not last,
Okay, you
random
ready?
band challenge.
It does work.
Yeah,
like a
that
all
was
of you- all
that
of-
was awesome, man.
All of you guys participated in the random band
yes,
challenge.
we
Yes.
and we were
Yeah, we
randomly we were not put together, which was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it was a lot of fun, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
The Christmas band they took it, dude.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
totally
was
wild.
great.
Slayer.
I was very happy with how everything turned
Slayer,
out.
yeah,
Everyone was
Slayer.
so good in their own
Right.
right.
Yeah, right. No, exactly. Everyone was. I think everyone was
that-
kind of doing different stuff. Like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
you were doing a different take on your vocals sometimes with them, and everyone.
It was fun.
doing-
It was a lot of fun.
It definitely says something about the quality of musicianship too in this town, where you could just shuffle
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
people in bands together and be like, "Here you go."
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. I mean, we can
mean-
say we've got a really vibrant scene here. Lots of people, that
Right.
are out there playing in bands and coming out to shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now we got more bands.
Yes, and now we have
more
now
shows.
You have single-handedly
We have
created more bands.
Band number one is getting ready to play.
Nick.
again.
Oh, Rock and Roll Outlaws.
Have you been
yeah.
exposed to Morbid Lettuce yet?
I have not.
It's a death metal project I'd like to do someday. Morbid Lettuce.
Do you need some help?
Maybe.
I would love to be part
Yeah.
of Morbid Lettuce.
There's a call out to Rock and Roll Outlaws.
Rock and Roll Outlaws.
Oh,
right there.
Snap.
Lest we forget about the many
Well,
side projects.
So I know
of-
exactly. So we only have so much time, right, for these
Right.
for these
Multiple projects.
side projects, right? And so Ryan and I, we haven't done Mormont in a while, and
On that note,
Oh, here he goes. And we've kind of been wanting to do that, but we've also got a little something else maybe that we've been working on that
Oh my goodness.
we don't really want to talk about, other than
I'm
those
excited.
Other than to
those
talk about it.
little things that we're not going to
Secret exclusive.
talking about
Brews with Bands.
yeah.
talking about it.
I do that all the time.
We're not talking about
We're talking about something we're not supposed to be talking
We're
about.
talking about stuff.
You
that's
guys
on
want
the
to talk
down
about
low.
something that we're not supposed to be talking about?
It's not like it's a
And
secret
see,
Out
so-
there.
So people can say that. They can be like, I heard them say this on this podcast, and then it's like no, they didn't. then they're forced to come listen to the podcast.
That's right.
I saw
Brews with Dudes.
all the time. Just need-
You only get in on like the
Make more time, Dinger.
the top secret stuff when you watch Brews with Dudes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is all just top
This
secret.
is all insider stuff.
But getting back into it, I have been trying to get you guys to do Mormont for maybe
Right.
a
We
year,
what?
year
We
and a
pulled
half.
Mormon out.
Last
What?
Year.
October, November.
Yeah. No, it was yeah.
Oh, you went
We
and
did
played
it. We
somewhere
did it.
else.
We did a
Yeah.
quickie.
We went down
Yeah,
to-
that was
Yeah.
that was an behind
indie.
your back, Nick. I'm sorry.
That was
That was like the
took it out of
final
the county.
EP release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
that
It
was
was
that
for,
was Spirit Division's album release, and
Yeah.
okay, Skooma was one of the
Skooma.
bands there
Yes.
that night. They were playing.
And they're doing the.
They're-
We
sixth
played with
anniversary.
Skooma at
They'll
Kuma.
be here Saturday, April 20th for the Doom Room
Say
6th-year anniversary show.
Boom.
Everything comes full circle.
So we just
Stacked
got
bill,
to
sir.
figure out a way to bring up Dissonance and Dissent.
Oh well,
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
Hey,
Speaking of
I know a
speaking
great
of
way to bring
Travis
that up.
Crofton,
Yeah. Travis
He's a great
mixed
interviewer,
the record and recorded.
Travis Crofton
Yeah,
is the mastermind behind
Travis is the
Dissonance
man.
and
he's
Dissent.
pretty much the man.
I've been having fun going back and forth with him. I think this was the maybe second or third show that I've thrown his way, and it's like, hit and miss. But when
Finding
it hits,
something-
we're both like,
You know,
we're finally gonna go out.
it's like that though. It's like that. Wasn't it? Was it Arcaris for years? It seemed
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
We'd gone back and forth. We'd
Yeah.
gone to each other's
Right back at you,
shows and stuff
Corey.
like that,
I was
but,
going to call you
we
Story,
never
but
got a
that's
show
not your name.
together.
Yeah.
It,
Yep.
It happens. It's not personal or anything like that.
I had that problem trying to book Arcaris too. We went back and forth like 3 or 4 times, and I gave up for months and months and months. But then they finally came back. They played the award show, and they were great.
Yeah.
It'd been a long time since I'd seen them, and they've had a couple lineup changes since, and I really like what they've been doing.
Yeah.
I love their new bassist Ty. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
He's in another band called Battersea, and they're
Oh yeah,
weird.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I've seen
It's just
Battersea.
weird.
Arcaris, man, those dudes are the jam, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. that's
and
what
new
we're
stuff
talking
is
about.
straight
Arcaris.
adventure rock. It's good stuff.
I really admire Drew's dedication to that band too.
Oh yeah, they've come a long way. James Stalker, he's jumping in here. Says, "What's up? How y'all doing?"
We are doing good.
Doing
Real
all right,
good, James.
man.
AJ, Leroy Jenkins, he's in. He's in it. We're having fun, man, guys. When we're having fun, time is flying. We're already almost
These
at the
guys
half-hour mark.
don't know what the
Oh my
Leroy
God.
Jenkins reference is because they're old guys.
Leroy.
Because we're old guys.
You guys aren't.
It's all right.
There's lots of gray in your beards. So.
See, back in the old
Kind of
days, there was this game called World of Warcraft.
Oh. Does it occur out west, Ryan? On a horse?
Tell me about it.
This
Cowboy.
one doesn't involve any cowboys, actually.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There was some slight.
Seems to me
how
all
y'all
you've talked
doing,
about
man?
for
We're
the
Even
last
doing good.
weeks is
past few
cowboys.
months has all been cowboys.
Yes.
But
Cowboys and
There was some brief
Passing out
drunken
here
talk
and-
with the Weed Bee guys about our next album being about cowboys robbing a train.
Nice.
Like a whole album, guys. Like at
Concept.
least an EP.
Concept
At least an
record
EP
band.
worth of cowboys robbing a train.
It's
Yeah.
already written.
We're trying to take a new approach. Story music,
There you
so
go. I
you start
like
with a
that.
concept. What's the concept? Cowboys robbing a train. How do you make that happen? There's got to be some acoustic guitars.
Hey,
I
you know
feel
what? We're
When
gonna.
I was a kid, man, the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo used to have this train ride, and they would have a stage a train robbery for I forget what holiday it was, maybe like Labor Day or Memorial Day or something like that at a picnic.
Mhm.
And my dad would participate in it. He'd be one of the bank robbers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. It was like set in you know 1800s or whatever, not
Yeah.
during modern times. Not necessarily cowboy times, but frontier times.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Joe's asking,
Oh.
what are you fellers drinking?
What are your? Yeah, we're drinking some brews, man.
Well,
We are drinking Tiger Laser Eyes Day
Tiger
Glow.
Laser Eyes Day Glow.
It's from Elysian.
Yep,
It's
Elysian.
an IPA. It's pretty all right.
It's good.
It's a tiger shooting lasers out of its eyes.
The other guys were drinking Necron 99 from Three Floyds. The Metal Club from Purdue University is sharing this live stream like crazy. Shout out to my metal friends.
Sweet.
Thank you to my friends at the Purdue Metal Club.
Thank you,
Mr.
alma
Samuel
mater.
Rosser.
What are you drinking, Joe?
Story about the Necro 9.
Necron 99.
99.
It's a character from. Okay, so
There it is.
back in the day, there was this animator. Well, I guess I don't know if he's still around. Ralph Bakshi had this movie called Wizards, and it's about wizards basically, like a good wizard and a bad wizard. And
What's the subject?
I think one of them is voiced by Columbo.
It's wizards.
But there's this guy. Where's he at?
It's like, a combination
This
of
guy in
70s
red is
animation
basically
and
like
rotoscoping.
he's a cyborg that is like a bounty hunter, basically. And
This
he's-
guy in red here?
Yeah.
Nothing
What's his
about
name?
that sounded bad
Necron
at all.
99.
That sounded awesome.
Welcome to Story Time with the Mound Builders.
Is Jace Eppel still with us, man? Could you write
Brian's
a horror
got-
novel
Brian's got
about
stories.
a cyborg bounty hunter?
Bud Light.
Brian, tell us about
Fireball.
Sasquatch.
Why is everybody saying gross?
Leave Joey alone. He can drink
Bud
whatever he
Light.
wants.
Bud Light and Fireball.
Wizards, there. See?
All right, Joe, it's all good, man.
How's everyone doing with their beers? You want to split a big one?
Yes.
Okay, so if someone wants to reach into that fridge there, why don't we grab that People's Ardell in honor of Jim not being here?
Ooh.
I almost brought some Peoples, but I figured that
It's
was...
on the bottom there.
Wow, you've got a lot of...
I've got an unbelievable amount.
I mean, there's no beer in
that
there.
one.
Jeez.
It's red. No. It's inside the fridge.
This one?
Yes, you got it.
I'm on it. Got it.
We got it. Oh,
We
it's in
got
an
it.
actual bottle.
Oh, look at that. That looks special.
It is special.
Look at
I
that.
don't remember what year it is.
Wow.
2012.
Wait, let's have a
Jeez.
listen. Let's have a listen to that fine beer.
Breathtaking.
Damn. Took our breaths away.
Right?
Okay, so this is from People's Brewing Company right here in Lafayette, Indiana. It's their Ardell from 2012. Fuck, this is old.
You sure you want to waste that on us?
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
All
This is.
right, man.
We are going to like when you go to church.
Is being 10 years old cool?
You go to church and you eat the crackers and you drink the juice and you take that's the Jesus. This is Jim, and we are going to ingest.
Wait a minute. Can you do a different analogy?
No,
Jim?
no.
How about one where we're
No, fuck! I
Praise-
where we compare Jesus.
where we're
Praise,
say that
praise
Jim
be
is
to
the
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Praise made the worst mistake.
Jesus votes.
No, yeah, right? I mean, jeez.
Nobody made him carry that cross. He just carried it himself because he was tired of everyone else being lazy.
This is the burden he bears.
I always had.
It's like,
We always
how can
we
you
always
have a
had
damn show if nobody's,
the
carrying
idea.
shit around?
You guys remember the idea we had of the country ballad dedicated toward Jim, where it's like James Henry.
Yes.
Yes.
James Henry.
Many late nights.
Yeah. Or when Jim would leave early,
Or when
and
Jim,
leave
yeah.
us to the rest of practice or whatever.
Leave us to not getting anything
Jim,
done.
you've
Well,
got a
that's-
ballad coming,
yeah,
buddy.
that's what that means. Then we would write stupid
The
songs
ballad
Right,
of James
yeah.
Henry.
and not like work.
And Jim would come back next week, be like, "What the
What you guys get done?
fuck? I leave you guys,
Everything, man.
leave you guys alone
You guys
for
wrote a fucking
15
7-minute
minutes.
song. What
You
the
guys
hell's
write
wrong
a
with you?
7-minute long song.
It's just an intro.
It's all an
All you
intro.
wrote was an intro.
Every song has a 20-minute long intro.
Oh wait, Jim could be watching.
Oh,
Yeah, he
We
knows
love Jim,
He
and
knows
we
love him.
and
man.
we would talk shit like this with Jim. Well, sitting
Jim's
right here.
communion. What?
and if he everyone's like, what is going
Crushed
on?
by the cross.
Um.
Y'all went dark there.
So yeah, Jim would be right here.
Yep, he is.
We'd be squished. I'd be probably right about here
We're close
to give him
like
some
that.
space because he doesn't like it when I touch him.
Smells serious. This stuff here.
It is
Yeah.
serious. It's very
I mean,
serious.
I can smell it here.
This is Brews,
So there's probably
Brews, and what?
Brews with Bands,
Brews
episode
with
1.
Bands. Episode 1.
The
Episode
Mound
1.
Burgers.
We're on
It's
the first
not-
episode.
The Moof
Boobs and
Boobers.
The
That's it.
Burblers.
The Blair
You
Boobers.
said right. Yes.
So
Okay.
This one's a little wimpier. If anyone's not totally feeling it, I'll take it though.
You know what? I'll
Take the big one.
I'll go with this one.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'll let our teacher go with the small one.
Let us do it.
Easy. To being the first Brews with Bands.
Yes. Yee.
Do I have to shoot this? Is this like a shot?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't shoot it. Goodness. That is beefy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Is that a beer?
It's barley wine.
Oh. What is this?
That is like, mushroom and rice soup,
Goodness. That's
is.
but cold.
dinner.
It's a barley wine.
If you filtered out
style
all the
ale.
mushrooms and the rice.
That's exactly what that would taste like. I know exactly what you mean.
So where did one acquire such a beer, sir?
I picked it
tell
up
me People's.
at People's Brewing Company.
Whoa,
Some
man.
special occasion or anything like that? Or
No, I was in there and I wanted to... I don't think we had done any of their beers on the show. So I wanted to pick up something that was wild. I said, what's the...
Man, we
It's
should
the
have brought
wildest
some Mound
thing you
Builder.
Yeah.
That's
We
too
have we
predictable,
actually
man.
Have you
haven't
had Mound
had it.
Builder already?
We have not had it. No,
those are
Wow.
This is
We
this
dropped that ball,
this
huh?
is
Completely
the first,
coincidental.
This is the first People's beer that we've had.
Wow.
Damn it, we should have thought of that. It's like when Metallica went to play on Antarctica and they didn't play Trapped Under Ice.
Duh.
I didn't think that was real. I thought that was a Hard Times Onion article.
It was real.
and they
It
really
could be.
didn't
It was real.
play it.
It was real.
Like right there, saying that right now, we're like, oh, why the fuck didn't we drink a Mound
You know?
Builder? They're like, someone brought it up. They're like,
Oh.
holy.
They were on the plane
shit.
home.
We didn't play Trapped Under Ice. In
They're like,
Antarctica.
what? You guys have a
Fuck.
song called Trapped Under Ice. And they're like, we do?
Damn
You
it!
know?
That was in the cocaine times.
You're right.
we blocked all that shit out. We can't play it anymore.
Have you ever heard of the pyramids of Antarctica?
No.
No. Okay.
Do they exist anymore? Oh wait.
He's
Warming.
asking you because he wants to know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's,
I have no idea. Are there such a thing
This isn't-
as pyramids in Antarctica?
I guess I have heard,
Are there pyramids on every continent of the Earth?
dude.
And if
That's
so,
a
does
trick
that
question.
not mean that there has to be one on Antarctica?
I mean, you figure at
Is
some
there
point.
are there pyramids
I mean,
in Asia?
I saw this documentary. It was called Alien versus Predator. And it clearly...
Go ahead. It, clearly what?
I kept such
Clear-
a straight face, man. I was with you.
Sorry.
the clearest evidence yet of pyramids in Antarctica.
Aliens.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Jamie, bring that up. There we go. We had our ancient alien and Joe Rogan references all in one.
So what else do we need to cover?
I don't know, guys. Is there anything else that you want to tell everybody?
Hey, did you guys know that we're playing a show this Saturday?
Where at?
Brian.
It's at the North End Pub.
What's the occasion?
It's like the 10th anniversary of a band called the Mound Builders.
Whoa. Did they get cool bands to play with them?
They did.
Awesome.
Well, what bands?
Have you ever heard of Apostle of Solitude?
It's ringing a bell. Kind
kinda
of like
like-
the Antarctic
Kind
pyramids.
of pretty much like probably the most badass band
Well,
in
I'll put it
Indiana.
to you this way:
You know,
they're
that's arguable.
they're gonna
They're
play.
really good.
They're gonna play Trapped Under Ice in Antarctica.
Are they?
Yes.
Because
Well.
they're fucking bad.
I hope they're not watching this because
I believe 'em.
we just
Oh
That's setting the bar pretty high.
no, they're not. I mean,
now they're going to play Trapped Under Ice.
We have brought that up.
We're
all
making
night.
we're making
Okay.
commitments.
For people.
Yeah,
Yes.
for,
Is
you're
there
right,
more
Ryan.
than-
I didn't think about that.
Is there any other bands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
there are.
Yes.
There was
You know.
the Eternal Metal Preservationists,
Known as,
the Lafayette Thrash Enthusiasts,
Known as.
also known as.
Lucifist? I think that's it.
You say lose your fist?
Lose your fist.
Lost a bet.
Loser,
I mean,
wait,
lose a
loser
fist.
fist? Lo-
We love those dudes.
Lose your fist.
loser fist.
I don't know.
Loser
cocaine.
man.
And the Cocaine Wolves.
Yes,
And-
we actually got a wolf in a cage. We're going to get him jacked up on cocaine.
He is down in the basement.
We're gonna just feed it nothing but Jello shots.
And release it into the bar.
Yes, the wolf is downstairs right now.
The cocaine.
See what all this
The
talk
cocaine
of trapped
is
under
plentiful.
ice gets here.
I mean, no. Gosh, man.
Ryan's like, damn it. The can of worms is open.
Hey, Ryan.
All right, well, fuck.
I feel like there's something else we want to say, but buy the new
I
record.
want to talk about
I want you to
packs
narrate.
of wild dogs controlling the major cities of
Once,
America.
once
Brian,
we've gotten this amount
I want
of beer
you
in,
to give us a narration
We're
of the
kinda
last
done.
10 years of the Mound Builders. I want you to tell. I want Uncle Brian to tell the story of the Mound Builders.
All right,
yes,
man.
go,
All right.
go.
How much
I'm
time
going
do
to
I
put my
have?
mic
You
down.
got all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Let's hear it.
All right, so there used to be, what was it, a message board? Is that even a thing anymore?
yeah.
There was
That's
a
before
message
my
board.
time.
That was
I'm
before-
a
Lafayette
millennial.
Music
that was before
League.
Nick even took the reins of this whole metal thing.
Lafayette Music League.
Back in those days, after you waited 5 minutes to let your dial-up modem make a bunch of like obnoxious noise as it connected you to the internet, in days when you had to connect to the internet,
So
An epoch
Dinger
ago.
responded
we had
to
message boards.
an ad that I posted. Wanting to jam with some people. I don't remember what I said in it, but do you remember what I said that caught your attention?
Well, actually, you caught the attention of my wife,
Yeah.
who was,
Wow.
I guess, sick of me whining about not being in a band. So she found Brian's post in the LML, and I responded to it, and with some of my likes or whatever, and we met down at the bar.
We went
Yeah.
to the checkerboard.
We went to the
The
checkerboard.
It was a
checkerboard.
magical moment.
Beer.
I was going up to all these guys all night. Hey, man.
No, you weren't.
Did you respond to my
Your
ad?
wife was there. I mean, she
Did
wasn't.
you respond to my ad?
She wasn't.
You
Your,
respond.
Shut up, Digger. I'm trying to elaborate on the story, okay?
she wasn't your wife there.
Trying to
Increase the narrative value here.
I mean, yes. Whatever
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we jammed. We jammed over at the
The old Crouch
School,
the
yeah.
school,
Jephthah
which was a lot of
Crouch
fun.
School.
Now it's a furniture store.
I feel like I
It
came
always
in at
was
the,
a furniture
Well,
store.
it was always a furniture.
we-
Now it's like a full-time furniture.
We claimed
store.
like half of it for maybe a decade.
I feel like I came in at the end of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we were at the end of
Crouch-
the decade.
the Crouch era, which I feel
There was a number.
like I
was,
missed out on some stuff because
Yeah.
apparently there was roof shenanigans and hauntings and whatnot. What
broken windows.
can you comment any on that, Mr. Brian, sir?
Oh, there are things I cannot say in an
How
electronically
about the
recorded
bathroom?
format. You know,
Remember the
It can
bathroom?
only
The
be
bathroom with
spoken
no
by
light that
fireside
turned on.
in a summer day.
Oh,
the bathroom, for
jeez.
instance, was just an absolute stereotypical horror movie bathroom.
Right.
Just as disgusting as you can imagine. Light fixture hanging down at a 45-degree angle.
It's like
Lights just like
strobing and yeah.
Yes. You couldn't have set it up to be any.
And you
scarier.
go to the bathroom, to relieve yourself, and you're like, this toilet has not been flushed in 30 years.
Or you didn't go to the bathroom in that
Fuck that
place.
bathroom, says
You went
Jake,
to
and
fucking
Jason,
Target.
You went to Target, which
Yeah.
was like less than a 5-minute drive
Yeah.
away.
You ain't pooping in that place.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you got to poop.
Where was
There's
this?
no place classier than Target.
Fuck that bathroom, Gilkey. You know, dude.
Union.
Yeah, Union. Just over the tracks.
So you
It's
go a little
real
bit.
close. It's like close.
Go a
to
little bit east of 52,
What
and
is it? It's that furniture.
yeah, it's now a furniture store.
Yeah.
What used to be an old school, then they somehow rented it out to a bunch of bands, and
Right next to the railroad tracks.
That's actually where we recorded "Strangers in a Strange Land."
Yeah.
Over the course of a year.
Yep. Who we recorded with Matt Amos,
Matt
the
Amos.
drummer for
the Strangers,
the Cocaine Wolves.
them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a wicked web that we weave here. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to do Wabash War Machine, we're like, we should record at the world famous Sonic Iguana.
Sonic Iguana.
Sonic Iguana.
That's where we went.
And the engineer we were booked with, moved to a different state.
a month before we were
very
our
short
schedules.
notice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Mass put us in touch with Dan Precision, man.
Yeah. 88,
Oh,
88
cool.
Fingers Louie
Yeah,
and
dude. Rise
Rise
Against.
Against. He was a founding member of Rise Against.
Yeah,
and-
dude.
I'm not listening to him in at least 5 years, but I really liked Rise Against
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah, and I mean, he was on their first couple records, right? You know?
First record.
First record at
Yeah.
least. But yeah, he came out and recorded with us. And all
Waxed some poetic on Star Wars, man.
that. Yes, right. We got.
Yeah.
That's what I love
really
the
well.
most about Dan. We could
Yeah.
sit there and just like, okay, yeah, what's
That is
We would
what
try
we
to
need
stump each other.
And he has
you
the
know?
classic
Yeah.
Evil Live tattoo, you know.
The next time we all
Evil
get
Live
together,
tattoo.
it should just be a Star Wars conversation because I know that you guys are. There's a couple dedicated Star Wars fans in
Let's
Mound
G's in the
Builders.
house right here,
Let's
man.
just start right now.
Stars with
Yeah,
Wars.
yeah.
No.
We have
Here
3
you
hours
go.
to go.
Oh fuck.
This guy's gonna whip out his Star Wars tattoos
Oh, wait,
like he's
I-
on a boat chasing a great white shark, you know? Like,
Oh. Okay.
I got that beat. This is the Rebel
Hey.
Alliance tattoo in my
Look at
calf.
this scar.
Gilkey has a Crouch School story.
Okay.
Let's hear it, man.
Put it in
Yeah.
the
Okay.
comments,
Put it
Jason.
in the comments,
on,
man.
Let
Type
let
it
us
up.
know
Unless-
this.
Come on.
Somebody has his phone number. We can phone him in.
Oh, can we
Oh.
phone a friend?
We have phoned friends in a couple times, so if we can get Jason on the line, we can get the Crouch.
Did you guys
School
know
story.
that Jason was a mound builder?
I did know that, but you should elaborate on it a little more.
Yeah, Jason Gilkey was the first Mound Builder singer.
Whoa!
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Look at him. He's been in on this the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for joining us,
yeah,
Jason.
He's awesome. Awesome.
He wouldn't. Would you
All
call
right,
him
we're
the
calling-
fifth mound
we're
builder or
calling
the sixth
Jason
mound
Gilkey.
builder?
Well,
You're calling him in.
Hey,
oh,
hey, you're live, man.
he's got him
So
on
put
the
him
line.
up. Put him on.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
gotta put you on
gotta-
speakerphone.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We got Jason Gilkey on the line.
Yes, and about the 10-year thing. Hi, I was the first guy, or second, technically. I don't know.
Awesome. Tell us about it.
Okay, the Crouch School. It involved softball bats, muskmelons, and chemcoma.
Oh,
Coma.
man.
Those
Okay.
Coma dudes, man. dirty.
We went out there one night. It was me, my wife, well, girlfriend then now wife. Went out there and hung out with, I think, Dish and it might have been Emily and somebody else. I can't remember who else was there. But there had been some drinks involved.
No way.
No.
No. And,
Say it ain't so.
Oh, yeah, right? And they had these muskmelons and softball and baseball bats. So we went outside and we're hitting them. But we weren't paying attention to where the stuff was flinging.
Oh.
So I left my glasses there that night after we left. Come back the next day, and none of us paid attention, but there's a bunch of UPS trucks right on the other side of the school there.
Oh, man.
And the delivery guys are looking at the trucks going, what the shit?
Oh no.
And I go there, and I don't notice it, but it's all over the front of my truck. There's like muskmelon and shit all over the front of my truck. And I get there, and they're just like, dude, don't say anything because they're looking at the trucks.
That sounds like a
Well-
dirty dish story, man.
Good thing you're telling the internet about it right now.
Right.
Hell with it. It was so long ago, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Statute of limitations on melon bashing, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
But I remember those days, if you went to the Red Room, there was, I would say shenanigans would be the best way to put it.
I'm all about shenanigans. I like those.
Yeah. There was an incident with a samurai sword
There's always
we cannot elaborate on at this particular time.
Remember there was
I
a
think
Brian
Brian,
at one point.
Brian
I
must have been a
definitely-
samurai
But
in
then
a
there was
previous
the
life
video
or
that
something.
probably everybody's seen was a stack of like those styrofoam cubes.
Oh yeah, giant, like 3 foot by
remember
3
those.
foot.
Didn't we fill up
Well,
one of those rooms
basically-
with those?
We
hell,
we
he
blocked a whole room in with them. They couldn't
then
get
they
out of
put
their
a
practice
stack.
space because we piled them up in front of it.
And then Dish decides, I'm going to stack him up, about as tall as he is. And he swings a bat on him. Well, the bat bounces back and hits himself in the fucking head. And all you hear is, holy shit, dude. And then they kept playing it back in slow-mo, so you'd hear this, bam! Holy shit.
And that's when the samurai sword comes in. There was one particular individual there that was like, I'm helpless to help because I have a samurai sword taped to both of my hands at the same time.
Taped to
Yes.
both hands.
Yes. I can't help you, you know. You just opened a gash in your head. You're bleeding all over the place. He ended up going to the emergency room for stitches that night, man.
Brooke was there for that.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was not
one of
there.
those videos
Her
where
knowledge
he
of
should've
first
paused
aid
it and
probably
said, "This is
saved him a
one where he
little
knew he fucked up."
discomfort.
Oh fuck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That was
Good
good.
times.
Only story I can remember from Crouch School was like when we found those gravel piles, those actual mounds of gravel out behind the place, and
the
we're
back?
like, yeah, let's go walk up on that stuff and get like a photo shoot, you know. I can't remember how earlier on this in the band this was, but then this
Hey, Jay, I'm going to cut you off here, man. Good talking to you, dude. Thanks for hanging with us, man.
Later, Jason.
Love you, man.
That was fun. That was one of our better call-ins.
But when then the guy rolled up to
yeah,
us,
so then this pickup truck rolls up and there's this guy behind the wheel, and he's like, hey, you know Joe? And we're all
Joe know you're here?
Like, yeah, hey, does Joe know you're here?
Joe know you're here?
Brian, without missing a beat, is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I still think that guy was Joe.
That guy, yeah. It could have been that guy was Joe.
That was fucking
But
Joe.
Brian just kind of rolled with it and was like, yeah, we know Joe. And he's like, well, if Joe don't know you're here, then you don't need to be here. Or something. I don't know.
It was just like an episode of the first season of True Detective, man.
Yeah.
It was scary,
Wow.
Yeah.
you know.
It's probably had
That
like,
shit was scary.
yeah.
We didn't know if we would walk away from those gravel piles that day.
Yeah.
It was a dark day in the chapter of the Mound Builders.
Yes, Frank, we are.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
Yeah, dude.
Well, this is-
Thanks
this
for
is-
noticing, man.
You should rewind it. Ryan tells the story.
Beep, 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 beep.
Do I?
No.
Wait,
Well, you started to.
does he need confirmation? Frank, check it out,
Show
man.
him.
Check it out, Frank.
That guy has yelled at other people, too. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
So at least we're not the only ones. Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Have we done the job?
I think so. Yeah,
That was fun. We got some classic stories in there.
yeah, good
We
stuff.
did.
So we're gonna bring you guys back. We're gonna argue about Star Wars
Okay.
All right.
because I really
Ready.
want to do that.
Yes,
Frank-
Frank, he is from Wizards. Thank you for noticing.
Yes.
And Mr. Frank.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
See, someone got the reference. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the reason I got it. I'm like, it's the thing from Wizards. He's a bounty hunter.
We did the damn thing. Thank
We
you,
did
Joey,
the
for
thing.
agreeing.
Joe
This
liked
is fun and awesome. I think this went excellent.
Yeah.
Longer than I expected. We changed the format up a little bit. It was a lot of fun. So, we are going to be all hanging out again this Saturday at the North End Pub for the Mound Builders 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Apostle of solitude. Lucifer.
Cain Wolf.
Lucifer.
Lucifist. Apostle of solitude.
Oh! It's going to be an excellent time. Actually, by the time people listen to this, the event will be... The people listening to the audio, it'll be well past. But
Really?
those of you paying attention...
Well,
Word is,
Live.
word is, Jim might be there, man.
Jim will also probably be there.
He might be there.
I hope he brings all 24.9% of it.
Oh, it's all the way down to 24.9 now. Damn, dude.
I once had sciatica in my hip, and Jim touched it, and it healed.
God.
Praise be to
Jimsus votes.
Jesus Christ, our Savior.
I
Jim's
feel
us
more
votes.
full after becoming one with Jim. And that
shit's
is
getting
how,
thick, man. It's time.
That's how we're going to end the
Yes,
episode.
it's time. Dude.
Thank you guys for joining me on the inaugural segment, Brews with Bands. On the show, Brews with Dudes, on the Journey into Comics Network.
Hot melted face everywhere.
Oh!
Thanks for having us, Nick.
Excellent.
Thank you.
We'll see a lot of you down at the North End Pub this Saturday, and we'll see the rest of you next time on Brews with Dudes. Yee!
Hey, I'm Morgan Danielle.
And I'm Luco Blaze.
And you can check us out on www.themetalexperience.com for the latest interviews featuring punk and metal bands from the Chicago area. And on our website, you can read interviews and reviews from bands all over the world in our blog section, either on Reviews from the Crypt or the Let's Chat Q&A sessions.
Also, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And remember to keep it metal. Woo!